Good afternoon, everyone. Y'all come on in. I apologize for the short delay. A lot of stuff going on and trying to get here today. We're not going to miss a day unless, I'm like somebody's hospital. So as long as I have breath in my body, we'll be making it here. But want to come and talk to you about being light. This is the holiday season. We want to talk, lights are everywhere. And what does it really mean for us to be light? And so go on and come in, say hello. Good afternoon, my joy. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? I hope all is well with you. All right. Good afternoon. Thanks for hanging in there, Sister Linda. Glad that you're here. All right. We are, again, going to talk about the importance of letting our light shine. Matthew 5:13 says that let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father, which is in heaven. And so what happens when the world is dark around us? We've got to figure out how to be light. So welcome to another episode of Thriving Tuesday Moments of Encouragement, #veeencouraged. And our theme today is let your light shine. Don't let anything stop your light from shining. The backdrop for today says, if you rise, you might as well shine. And I think that's just perfect for where we are right now. If you're going to get up, if you're rising, if you're doing, if you're moving, if you are greeting the world every day, you might as well shine. A lot of us allow the darkness of things that go on in our lives, things that we are facing, situations that we find ourselves in, whether it's our sorrow or whether it's our sickness, because we all have those things. We all go through them. But we've got to be careful not to let those things douse our light. We cannot allow the light to be snuffed out because we're going through something. In fact, when we're going through, that's when we need to kind of kick that light into turbo. And let me tell you what I mean by that. When we are finding ourselves in a sad situation, it's important for us to remember who God is, even in the midst of that. And that will allow the light within us to keep shining. So the light shines in darkness and the darkness does not comprehend it. Now we know that's Jesus, but because Jesus is in us, those of us who are Christian, Jesus is in us. That's that treasure in earthen vessel. There ought to be a light shining. There ought to be something about who we are, what we do, wherever we are, there ought to be a little more light because we're in the room. We can't allow ourselves to get caught up in the world's concepts because the world is dark. It's dark purposefully. The prince of the world is the enemy, the adversary, and darkness is his best place. The darkness of fear, the darkness of hatred, the darkness of lack of peace, the darkness of no love. That darkness is his place to hang out. The darkness of confusion. So we have to be light. That means that we have to know that where we are, there should be no confusion because God is not the author of confusion. We ought to know that wherever we are, that there is a light. Did you see that light just come in? Did you see that sun just come in just like that? That's it. Even when it seems a little dim, there ought to be something about the wave of light that comes in for us because of who we are. That light just captures that moment, catches on, and that light illuminates wherever we are. So my word to us today is to let that light shine. You don't have to make it shine. It's in you. It will shine if you just say, I am willing to be what God and who God has created me to be. Because God has created us to be light. We are light, and we ought to be lighting up the darkness. If Jesus is shining within us, then that shine ought to get on somebody. Make sure your shine gets on the people that you pass in your life. Make sure that during this holiday season, during this time of Christmas and being around people, that your shine gets on people. Make sure it's the shine that gets on them. Make sure it's not our negativity. Make sure it's not our attitude. Make sure it's not our sadness. Make sure it's not our sorrow, but that it is our shine. The shine. That light that God made us to be. So make sure that if you rise in the morning, if you get up, you might as well shine. So for every day that you wake up, don't allow what the darkness of the world looks like. I don't care how cloudy the world is. I don't care how much storm is going on in the world and in your life. You ought to be able to be still a moment, know that God is God, and put some shine on that situation. Listen, in just a few days, it will be Christmas, and we know that it's a hectic weekend with Christmas being on Sunday. I hope to get back to just give you my Christmas greetings before then, but I know there's a lot going on in my life this weekend, and so I hope I get just a few minutes to come back on and to tell you a Merry Christmas and to say that to the Thriving Tuesday family, the Be Encouraged family, because I want you to know how important you are for my life, that you allow me to have this little bit of shine. Sometimes it's just the size of a nightlight, but sometimes the shine is really strong, but that you allow me to come into your life, come into your home, come into your business, wherever it is that you are watching, and that you are blessed by what God gives me for you for this day. Because God gave it to me first, I give it back to you, so that whatever God places inside of me, I give it to you so that you can pass it on. Remember that the word, the encouragement is just like light. If you receive it, then you can pass it on. So please, please, please have a Merry Christmas if I do not get back to say that to you. And remember to shine, because the light shines in darkness. And no matter how small the light is, if it's shining in the darkness cannot overcome it. So whatever's going on in your life, whatever's going on in your spirit, whatever is trying to seep into your heart, whatever darkness is trying to slip in there, know that when you are light, when you receive and embrace the light of Christ that is within you, the darkness cannot overtake you. May God bless you. May heaven smile on you. Keep on shining. Shine for all to see, knowing that when you shine, it is Christ that shines in you. And then that light can go from where you are, and it can be transmitted everywhere that God wants it to be. May God bless and keep you is my prayer. Keep shining and be encouraged. See you soon.